Hey guys, it's me. I wanted to give an update about my Invisalign experience. If you are noticing, I no longer have Invisalign on my teeth. I now have regular metal braces. So I'm just going to give a recap of where I started, why I decided to get Invisalign, and why I'm in braces now. So growing up, I inherited a missing tooth. So this tooth right here is fake. It never grew. And when I got braces in high school, the objective was for the braces to make a space in order for me to get an implant in that space. So I had the braces in high school. I got the braces off. There was a space there big enough for an implant, but at the time I could not afford to get an implant. So I wore removable, almost like a bridge, but it would come in and out, and it just had a single tooth on it. So I did that all through college. When I got a job after college, I went to a dental surgeon to start the work for the implant. He did an x-ray of my teeth, and he said, although the space in the actual teeth are big enough for an implant, your roots of your teeth are not spread far enough apart. So putting an implant in that space would but it would kill at least one of the teeth, because the root of my canine is leading over into the space the implant's supposed to go. So at the time, I wasn't ready to get braces back on my teeth. I said, I wanted to do the removable, see what my other options were. So about 10 years after that, I decided to get them to look at them again. And my dentist recommended a permanent bridge. So still a fake tooth, still not an implant. Basically it would be glued to the two adjacent teeth, but it wouldn't come in and out. So we tried that, and after about a week, it broke. He decided to bond it again, a little bit more strong, and then that time it lasted about 2 years, and then it broke again. So at this point, I'm pretty frustrated, and I went to see an orthodontist, and he said the only way to move those teeth are with braces. Again, as a 30-something-year-old, that wasn't my ideal situation. So I got a second opinion, and the orthodontist that I go to now said that Invisalign could work. So we tried it for a little less than a year. My very first video was in July of 2018, and here it's July 2019 now. And I apologize, I haven't been keeping up with these. Life's been crazy, we moved. But anyways, in April, so 3 months ago, my orthodontist did an x-ray and realized that the tooth, although it was moving, it wasn't moving fast. And if you're like me, if you're gonna have braces or Invisalign or anything like that, you don't want it on for an extremely large amount of time. So he said we can keep going with the Invisalign. There's some more things we can add to it to add more torque to that canine that's the issue. Or we can just go into regular braces and probably cut the time in half. So as you can see, I reluctantly chose the regular braces route. I'm not extremely excited about it, but I am hopeful that it's going to do the moving that needs to be done in order for my particular case, the implant to be put in. So there are some questions that I've seen, and I've seen them super late, so I apologize again that I haven't been keeping up with these videos. The first question that I've seen a lot on some of my videos were, is the stuff they put in the Invisalign trays, does the Invisalign company do that, or does the orthodontist? Y'all can hear my dogs in the background, they're going crazy. And for me, it was the orthodontist who put the tooth-like substance in my trays for me. So what they would do, they scan your mouth and then they send those scans off to Invisalign. Invisalign makes the trays. They know that you're missing a tooth, so they do their best to shape that space as close as they can to match the whatever tooth it is missing that matches. And then of course, to fill up the space. They send the box of trays back to your orthodontist. And then at that point, my orthodontist took out every single tray in that box. There's usually like 25 trays in a box. And they would put the material in the space that I needed. Now, I know some of you have commented and said that your orthodontist said it's either wax or nothing. And I actually went to the orthodontist today for a checkup, and I mentioned that to him, and he said that the material that they use is fairly expensive. So some dentists or orthodontists may not want to spend the money on it. But I will show you what that material is. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but I did take a picture of it today. So I will show you what that is. And the lady said it's like a glue. So it's not even made to be a tooth replacer or mimic a tooth in a tray. It's just glue that happens to turn white when it dries. So that was one question I got a lot. The other question was, are they expensive in Invisalign? I mean, it's going to depend on how many trays you need and what orthodontist you use. But for mine, they quoted me around $4,000, which is about the same price as braces. So they're about the same. Of course, not everybody's a candidate for Invisalign. It just depends on how bad your teeth are crooked. They can't do significant movements. If your teeth are fairly... Interrupting myself. So if your roots are pretty much straight in your gums, but your teeth aren't straight, so for example, if your roots aren't like all cocky jawed like mine are, then you probably are a good candidate for Invisalign, even if you are missing teeth. I'm not an orthodontist, I'm not a doctor, it's just me talking about my personal experience. The only reason I had to switch from Invisalign to braces is because I had a root that wasn't straight up in my gums, and it was preventing me from getting that implant drilled up in there. So he said that Invisalign could potentially move that root back over, but like I said, it would take more time. It would take a little more, I think he even mentioned putting braces on just a few of the teeth in the back to kind of help with the pull. But basically the space where I was putting the fake tooth material was preventing this canine from tipping the way it needed to. So again, that's why I went to regular braces. So I hope I've answered all the questions. I'll definitely be more on to the comments as far as responding if you have questions. And I will even update you guys when I get to the point of getting an implant, because I know that's a lot of the reason why you're following me, because you have a missing tooth as well. So I'm hoping that these things come off in 3 or 4 months. He told me 6 months for the metal braces, and here we are 3 months in. So I got my fingers crossed that they'll be over soon.